And I'm going to, hey guys, welcome to our team call. Today's Tuesday, the 8th, November 8th. Just a few more weeks and this year will be over. So I'm going to mute everyone.
Wow.
Everyone is muted. Can everyone still hear me okay? Thumbs up. Yay. Remember, you can always unmute yourself if you have a question or you want to chime in by just pressing on the little audio button. I just mute everyone's because I know people have like kids going on and all this awesomeness going on behind them. Hey, Angie. So that's why I mute everyone. Take a sip of my Shako, but let's start. Thanks for being on. If you are new, welcome to your first team call. I'm Leticia. I'm the founder of Team Living Fit. And we have these every single Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, unless we're otherwise told. But welcome if this is your first team call. Super excited. I know we have some new coaches join our team not too long ago. Let me share my screen with you all because I'm going to share my little PowerPoint. Just kind of helps me keep me on track so I don't, and you're always welcome also to type in that there's a chat box. If you are too shy or don't want to interrupt, you can type in the chat box or just unmute yourself at any time. Because when I get rolling, I just go, since I don't even look up to see. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Rachel. Yay. All right. So first, I want to give some congrats to all of you rock stars who hit Success Club last month. Sorry it took me a little while to get that graphic up to date. We were waiting and we were working on an issue with Brittany, and we finally got it straightened out. And since we're on that topic, if you guys ever have an issue that it's like beyond your control, be sure you reach out to me, like if it's with customer service or coach relations, because we are a 5-star diamond team. One of the perks is that we are in a VIP group, and so we have what is called a diamond line, and we actually don't even have to call customer service. We get special privileges, and it comes in handy for situations like this. Brittany had an issue with one of her customers who was trying to order on the last night. Gotta love those. And I was chatting with her, we were working together, and her customer couldn't put her order in. And by the time her customer put her order in, it was like 30 minutes after the deadline. And so they credited those points to December, which should have been to November. So I've been working with Diamond Line to get that straightened out. But anyways, if you ever have an issue that's beyond your control, or you don't know what to do, or you're not getting help, if it has to do with your customers also, let me know, because I do have access to the VIP people who help us quicker, and they're a little more, I don't want to say that the customer service people aren't, knowledgeable, but sometimes, you get that person that it's not as helpful as they could be, but do know that is available for you guys. So all you have to do is just message me, let me know the situation, and I would do my best to try to help you and your customer if it has to do with customer or anything like that. But do keep in mind, so some things that are happening right now is that they are moving warehouses. So their warehouse in Utah, they're moving it to a bigger warehouse because Beachbody is just growing so big every single day. So that is causing a little delays, and I know a little confusion in some orders. So do try to remember that, there are humans on the other side, and so we make mistakes, and, Beachbody means well. I know sometimes they mess up on orders, or they ship things they're not supposed to, or things come delayed. That type of things happen when you're working with human beings. So do try to keep that in mind. But I know sometimes there are situations where we need, a manager, or we need to escalate it because it keeps happening, or it's out of your control and you need help right away. Okay, so do know you can reach out for that. Yeah, well, no, they are in Utah. The warehouse is in Utah, and I think they're still staying in Utah, but they're just moving to a bigger warehouse, and so that's causing some. And then one of their call centers in India, I believe, one of their call centers in India is having to be temporarily shut down because apparently they're having like these huge thunderstorms in India. I could have the country wrong, but I think it's India. And so they're having to shut that call center down. So it's causing longer waits when customers call in, longer waits for us to call in. So, that's out of their control. Obviously, they can't control thunderstorms. Try to remember that and try to be as patient as you can. was our top life changer with 11 Success Club points. We have Rachel Melendez, 10, Jason, 10, Alma Neri, I want to say, I'm saying that right, probably not, 6, Carrie, 6, Christy, 6, Etna, 6, Erika Martinez, who she signed that last week of November and hit Success Club that last week of November. Girl's on fire. She'll be Emerald this week too. Brand new coach, only like 3 weeks old or 2 weeks. Angie 6, Julieta 5, Claudia 6, Eva Gonzalez 6. Eva, guys, went from 2 to 6 points that night, November 30th. I was up with her too. We were up. The last day of the month is a late night for me because I'm helping you guys, which I don't mind. Which is funny though, because a lot of times we sign the most coaches in that last day versus the whole other month. Maria 6, Brittany 6, and now that we got that fixed, Brittany, Casey, I believe 5, I don't know if it's 6, but she got 5. And then so many of you had 4, some of you had 2, had 1, everyone who had points on the board or you helped someone in some way, whether it be a free group or whatever the case was, congrats on that. All right, what was I gonna say? Oh, and then the winner of, I did offer you guys that everyone who hit Success Club last month, I was gonna put you guys in a drawing and I was going to choose a lucky winner for the hammer and chisel, which ended up being Carrie, and she already got that, so congrats to that. All right, so moving on. Those of you who are here in the Dallas DFW area and who are planning to come to Dallas Super Sunday, January 10th, Danielle is planning a whole team-wide dinner. So be sure that you go to the Fit and Funky group and you find her post that she made yesterday and you vote either yes or no. And she's asking for a $10 kind of down payment just to kind of hold your spot, you and guests. So last year she did that. It was so much fun. They rented out a whole place in a restaurant. We all ate together. She did the Coach of the Year. It's right after Super Sunday. So if you're planning to come to Super Sunday, do your best to attend to this so that we could sit together and mingle, because I was going to plan our own, but because Danielle's planning one, I think it's be so much nicer. We just all, whole Fit and Funky gang, get to do that together. If you're not in the Fit and Funky group and you want to be in there, message me after this call so I can add you in there. It's a whole other group. And because Danielle is my upline, we all are Team Fit and Funky, right? It's like all these umbrellas. I know it can be kind of confusing. But I did want to remind you of that. I'm planning to go to the dinner, so is that and then all of you who are coming, let's all go so we can mingle together and sit together. Because you guys know Super Saturdays, Super Sundays, you can't really chat and mingle during the event because they're presenting, they're talking. So this is a really great opportunity for us to see and mingle. Okay, and with this being said, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to find a Super Friday, Saturday, or Sunday in your location. This sometimes means you got to do a little driving. Guys, like I said last time, Julieta from Alaska, flew from Alaska. I know she didn't have to come this far, but she wanted to come see Sagi the Beast and be with our team. There's coaches who drive 4 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours just to get to a live event. So, and we're told of these live events at least 3 months in advance. You can put it in your calendar. So please do your best to try to always make it out to a live event. I can't stress enough how crazy important they are. I'm going to show you just real quick how easy it is. Remember, Google and YouTube are our best friends, right? So just how easy it is to find one in your location. Yay, we live in Utah. We love Google. Okay. So I just go to YouTube, to Google, and you just put in beach body, and I looked for it earlier, so it's already there. Super Saturday 2016. Anytime I'm looking for anything, Google is my best friend. Anything to do with Beachbody or YouTube. So then you come here to the first one right here. Yay. And it gives you this map. You can open it bigger map. But as you can see here, guys, and you can do this on your own time, down here, you want to go to a Saturday event, it's going to be in red. A blue one's going to be a Friday. A green one's going to be on a Sunday. You click in your area, wherever you are. Like, for example, here's Texas. Here's our Dallas one. It gives you the website where you can register. It gives you the email, the person hosting it, so you can email them for whatever questions. Here's Colorado. Here's California. Here's Canada up here. Just, you know, they're all over the US. You might not have one super close to you like ours. Even though I live in Dallas, we have to do an hour drive, which is not that big a deal. It's like 2-hour commute going and coming. So, you know, it requires sacrifices sometimes. It requires getting a babysitter or whatever, but do make it out. They are so amazing. Or host your own. You guys can host your own as well. Woohoo! Yeah, New York City. Is that New York City? Yeah, January 10th. I know Cindy in El Paso has hosted her own before too. So if you don't have one in your area, you can host your own. Also, you can find the link in Beachbody. Beachbody sends you the stuff. You put it out there, people come to your event. I know that'd be scary, but that'd be kind of cool to start your own Super Sunday. Okay. So after tonight, everyone is going to go, oh no, what did I do? Well, that was not good. Everyone's going to go and register for a Super Sunday because it is coming up. And if you're coming to, if you're coming to the Dallas one, again, go and, what the heck happened to my PowerPoint? I'm on the hubby's computer, can you tell? Okay. So I showed you how to look for one, super easy. Okay, now the next big thing, you guys know, Hammer and Chisel is out. I already received my coffee yesterday. Can't start it because injured my back. No biggie, I'll start it maybe next Monday. It's on sale, you guys know. Again, to look to see what's on the packet. Anytime I want to go see what's in all the packet, because I didn't know at first, you log into your Beachbody account as a customer, means you sign out because we see differently than what customers see. So you can find the prices, you can find out everything that comes in it, so you can fully explain it to people when they ask you. It's on sale this month for $160, and you can get the Shakeology Challenge Pack or the Performance Challenge Pack. They're both $160. The Performance Challenge Pack comes with Energize, which we love, and the Recover Shake. Yes, super awesome. Okay, now what I did want to, and I forgot who brought this up. I think Danielle brought it up in our diamond call last week. And it was really, really good point. She said, yes, we're all excited for new things that are coming out, and you know, everybody and their mamas are excited, but you think about it, Hammer and Chisel is not for everyone. So just because this is what it's on sale and this is what everyone's, you know, jumping up and down about, doesn't mean that that's what you have to run with. I know I go back and forth because it is super popular and everyone is talking about it, so it does help your business. But for example, if I have someone message me and let's just say she has over 60 pounds to lose, she's never worked out a day in her life, or it's been forever, I'm not going to recommend Hammer and Chisel for her. If you guys haven't done the workouts, that's another reason why you should get it and do it yourself too, so you could see. But if you have access to on demand, there are 2 workouts back there you can see. This is more of an advanced program. There is a modifier, but it's not all that modified too much. So ask questions, know your audience. You can still run a group, but you're not going to recommend it to everyone. I know I'm not. I have people who are reaching out to me daily, and I'm still recommending 21 Day Fix for them because of what they tell me. They tell me they have over 60 pounds to lose. They haven't worked out forever. They're very out of shape, or really bad place in their health. I'm going to recommend 21 Day Fix for them because they need a beginner program. They need somewhere where they can begin. So do keep that in mind. Oops. Yeah, 21 Day Fix is not on sale anymore, but that's okay. If you think about it, 21 Day Fix, when it's on sale, it's only $20 cheaper. It's really not that big of a deal. If someone truly wants it and see the value in it, they're not going to mind paying 20 more bucks. So with that being said, also Hammer and Chisel on sale is 160. 21-day fix is, it's 160. So anyways, my point for that was ask questions, get to know that person's goals, because it's not for everyone. If I were to recommend this to someone who's really out of shape and really obese, they're probably going to get discouraged. They're probably not going to like it. They're probably going to quit. It's probably going to be defeating for them. So you don't want to set someone up for failure. That's why you ask questions and ask their goals specifically, so we can narrow it down to what will work for them. Okay, I did post yesterday or last week of how for me personally, anytime there's a new release for a program, what works best for me is when I myself start using it. And I started to when it got put on demand. As soon as I bought it, 2 days later, I started to preview it, took it for a spin drive. I made little videos. If you guys follow me on my Living Fit with Leticia page, you can see those little teaser videos. Those for me work a lot, because it's one thing for me to turn blue in the face talking about it, hammer and chisel, hammer and chisel, hammer and chisel, hammer and chisel. And it's another thing where I'm actually showing people the workout and me doing it. That always works better for me personally. So if you are wanting to promote this, which you should, you need to get it first, right? It's going to be really hard for you to talk about something and promote something and be passionate about something if you yourself are not using it. It's like anything else. So you can go to my page and see, I guess I can show you just really quick, a few posts that I've made. And even though I've been hurt, like today I posted about my food and I let people know, hey, my back is hurt, I can't do the workout, but I am still following the nutrition side. That helps people see that they need to follow the nutrition and they can get good results even without working out. So this is one of the posts that I made today, and something else that I do, you probably see me do that, is I try not to call it its name. I know that sounds weird, but if you have 400,000 coaches, hammer and chisel, hammer and chisel, hammer and chisel, hammer and chisel, it begins to become white noise in the newsfeed. And odds are your followers probably follow more than one Beachbody coach. So I try to stand out by calling it something different. It's still hammer and chisel, but I try to just call it, like here I call it the Weight Shred Boot Camp. Usually all my programs, I call them boot camps. 21-day boot camp, 21 instead of 21-day fix. Because my goal is to try to stand out, try to be unique, because the social media could be very, very noisy. Which one is it? I'll talk about books. So this is one that I made using the app Pick Play Post. PIC Play, Play, Post, POST. It's just me working out to the program. I have the actual hammer and chisel infomercial going there, a picture of me, because again, you got to remember, guys, anytime you're selling a product, you are not selling a product, you're selling yourself. These people can get hammer and chisel anywhere in the world. I need to sell myself. Why should they get it from me? So I always try to add a picture to all of my posts. And then I was going to talk about this in a second. I did boost it. And I know you guys a few of you have been asking, what are sponsored posts? So if you see this post in your timeline and it says sponsored at the top, it's because I paid money for Beachbody to boost it, meaning for Beachbody to push it out into people's newsfeed. And you can only do that from a live page. And I'm going to get to that in a second. Let's see, go here to videos. Don't play. This is one that I did when it was first, it's another video. I'm huge on videos. They work really well for me. This is one where the first time it was on Beachbody On Demand in October, me and my husband did it. I made a video about it. See, picture of us, we're working out to the video. They can hear the video in the back. I try never to use what everyone else is using. Those awesome graphics of Autumn and Sagi, they both look freaking hot in. Yeah, those are great, but everyone else is using those. You're not going to stand out. People are going to you because you're you, right? So I try to avoid any graphics from Beachbody unless I use them in challenge groups. But on my social media, I try not to use those. So you guys can come in here and see later on. But this was one that I did on Friday where it's me. I don't want that to play. Where it's me doing a move from hammer and chisel. And then I said, you know, I talked a little bit on here. My booty was on fire, legs were on fire, upper body was on fire, toes were on fire. Laughing. I'm talking about it. You know, I called it the bod shredding program, and I did put hammer and chisel there in the parentheses. But again, if someone sees this, they get a teaser. It wants them, you know, makes them want more. Someone even posted, I don't know if it was on this one. Oh yeah, it was on this one. She said, are you going to put a video every day of your working out? You know, I have some questions. She's going to be expecting me to put little teasers every day. I paid $40 for that one. Mila asked me how much did I pay to boost that one particular. I actually paid $40. That's been the most that I've ever paid. Usually I do $5, $2, $10. But this one, because I do want to start a group on January 4th, I decided to pay $40. And if you think about it, let's just say I am going to pay $40 for this post. If I sell one challenge pack, my commission is going to be $50. So one challenge pack alone will cover that investment. When I first started running Boost, I didn't boost so much because I didn't have that much money. Now that I'm a little more fortunate, I do, invest into more boosts. You could choose it for one day. I chose it for, I think, 7 days. You choose it. So that's what I was going to kind of get into. If you don't already have a like page, this right here, my Living Fit with Leticia, and if you're brand new, I know this is all like, what? This is called a like page. I do recommend, if you've been a coach already for at least 3 months and you've hit Success Club consecutively for at least 3 months, I do encourage you to start warming up to the idea of getting a like page. I started mine right away because I had no one to tell me what to do. But what I know every coach is different. Some coaches like Danielle, she encourages her coaches to get a like page day one. I don't. I encourage my coaches to first get familiar and get comfortable with their own personal page, and then after you've hit Success Club at least 3 consecutive months, then you're good. You're hitting Success Club, you're doing the right things. Now you can move on to a like page, and I don't encourage it right away because it is more work. So if you think about it, in the beginning, you're trying to learn Coach Basics and the new coach training group, and you're trying to learn everything in the back office, and then add a like page to that. I feel like that's a lot, but everyone is different. So if you have been a coach for X amount of time already and you feel like you're pretty comfortable with, you're posting on your personal page, yes, open up a like page because you can do things like run ads, boost posts on there. But I will say this, if you do open a like page, you need to take the responsibility to learn and invest time about like pages. I did a Periscope on this first before, I don't know if you guys saw it, but when I was a brand new coach, in my very first year, I invested in Chalene Johnson's Instagram Academy. I think it was like $100, $200. I learned everything I know from Instagram. I learned from that academy. Then I took Marie Smith, AKA the Facebook Queen. I took her academy. I forgot how much that was. I listened to Amy Porterfield's podcast, Online Social Media Made Easy. I listened to that podcast. I've gotten books about social media. Right now, I'm reading the very popular one called Jab, 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 Right Hook. I read Crush It. And there's tons of YouTube videos. When I was learning about ads, I first heard it from Chalene Johnson, then I heard it from Amy Porterfield, and then I went on YouTube because there's very generous people out there, a lot of generous people who put their free content out there. That was way over my head and it was a headache, but I took the time to learn it. No one taught me, no one told me what to do. I just understood like, hey, my business for me is 100% online. If I want to reach more people, get more eyeballs on me, I'm going to have to invest time and money to get better at social media. And so that is what I did. So you can very easily Google great books about social media or YouTube, how to run ads on Facebook, how to create groups on Facebook, how to whatever, like everything you could ever think of is on YouTube, and a lot of it is free. So that is my tip on that. Yes, open up a like page, but also be ready to learn about it so that you can be good at it. Because there's a lot of coaches who have like pages and then they end up closing them because they're like, oh, I never got any likes or I never got any followers. That's because you didn't take the time to learn how to get followers and how to get likes and what kind of posts to post and what type of post to post. One cool thing that I like about a like page, if you click here on insights, it tells you very specifically, like I was looking at that today because Danielle, if you follow Danielle Fit and Funky on Periscope, she actually periscoped about this earlier. Where did I go? Post. I went to post. And it shows me right here when your fans are online. So if I click here, it tells me the majority of my followers are online at 8 p.m. So that's another great thing about having a like page. You get what we call, these are called insights. And it tells you when your followers, when the most of your followers are online. And then I went here to, again, all of this you learn from trainings. And I don't want to discourage you from getting one. It's not that complicated, but there are things that you do have to learn. Like pages are a little bit more different because they're business pages, and Facebook wants you to treat them as business pages. So there are things that you have to learn, but they're not hard. So don't get like discouraged, like, oh no, I'm not getting a like page, because you should. What was I going to show you again? I forgot. Oh, what type of post? Oh, and here it tells me the age group. So for me, if you look here, 96% of my fans are women. So you know how we were talking about, your vibe attracts your tribe, and making your post specific only to a few people, because if you try to reach everyone, you reach no one. For example, if I was to sit here and try to make a group for body beasts of men, that wouldn't work because my niche is women. 96% of my followers are women, and 50% of them are between the ages of 25 and 34. So this tells me that my post, what I speak about, needs to target this age group more and women more. So if you notice, every time I make posts, I'm like, hey ladies, hola chicas. I always address women. I always address ladies. I didn't even know I only had 3% until right now. And it even tells you like countries. Oh, I have a lot from Puerto Rico, 1,000 from Puerto Rico, United Kingdom. So it tells you very specific things that can help you when you are making posts, and to help you know what kind of posts to make, if that makes sense. So that's another cool thing about these like pages. Okay, what I'll say about boosting and ads, that I will say you need to learn on your own, because it's a lot to learn. Some people believe that it's better to run ads. Some people believe it's better to just boost your posts. I do both. In my personal experience, I've gotten better results from just boosting a post. But I'm gonna come back here to the one I just boosted yesterday. And another thing with ads, it won't boost everything. Like, they won't let you boost before and afters. If you word things a certain, like if you saw me yesterday, it probably looked like a dummy. I kept posting the same thing because I kept having to reword it, because Facebook was like, no, we're not gonna boost that certain way that I was wording my post. So even now that I've been doing it for a long time, I still struggle with these. Anyways, how you boost a post, you just come here. So let's just say another thing, I only boost videos. Why? Because videos on my page get the most views, the most shares, the most interaction. People love video. They don't like to sit there and read a never-ending post. They just don't. Unless you're like, I don't know, Kim Kardashian or something. Here's another video. Okay, so let's just say, whoa, who's right on my page? Someone's getting a crayon happy over here. Okay, let's just say I'm gonna boost this one. I would post on Boost Post, smiley face. And you can do, I usually always do people who like your page and their friends. So this is going to get pushed into the newsfeed of my followers and their friends, which is pretty cool, because we know that anytime a friend recommends something, that person is most likely going to do it. For example, if I'm on Facebook and my best friend Edna just went and liked a page, and Facebook tells me, hey, Edna just went and liked this video. I'm gonna go check it out. If Edna liked it, I'm gonna like it. She's my friend, right? That's what's cool thing about that. Or you can do people you choose to targeting. This one's also really, really cool because you can narrow, again, I learned all of this from a YouTube video, and it was free, and from Amy Porterfield. And she has, I don't know if I ever paid for one of her trainings. For example, I think it's this one, I named it Boom Sauce. Boom Sauce, I made it very specific. This is the age that I chose. I chose only people who are 22 to 45, gender female, location Canada, Puerto Rico, or United States, interest. So if you put here interest, it's going to push into those people who have liked these pages, or whenever they're filling out their Facebook application, if they put that in their interest, it's going to push it out to them. So I put, healthy choice, lean cuisine, teachers pay teachers, because I used to be a teacher. University of Texas at Arlington, I went to UTA, Gold's Gym, Herbalife. Why do I target Herbalife? Because there are competitors, or you want to call them that. And I have a lot of Herbalife people who switched from Herbalife to Beachbody, winning, The Biggest Loser, Target, a lot of Target moms, Warrior Dash. Anyways, and then I saved that target, that audience. So now when I go to boost this page, if I wanted to choose that one, I could, and it's going to just go specifically to those people. Here it says, do you want it 1 day, 7 days, 7 days, 14 days, or do you want however long you want to run the ad for, and then how much they give you here, or you choose your own. And you can, the least you could do is $1. The most, I don't even know what the most is. I've never gone that crazy with it. And boom, you boost it. What is the video you watched on YouTube? I don't remember. Stephanie. I don't remember it, but I do remember just searching how to run ads on Facebook. That's what I searched for, how to run ads on Facebook. You upload, then boost. Yes. You upload and then boost. And, as you learn, guys, from ads and boost, it's going to be one of those things that you're going to get better at it with practice and with time. The more you practice, again, you can start with $1 a day boosts. That's another thing. I don't just boost what I call my call to actions, my invites. Like this one for Hammer and Chisel, this would be called a call to action, this one right here, because I am calling people to action for them to join my January 4th Hammer and Chisel group. I only do that when I have a big group coming up. I try not to do that all the time. Why? Because I don't want people who follow me to just see those ads. It's kind of salesy. So that's why I try to word it in a way to where I'm trying not to sound salesy. But hey, sometimes you're calling people to join your group. That's what it is. And there's no way around it. And that's fine, because that's part of our job. But what I do is what I do a lot of more. If I have a post that did very well organically means I didn't pay any money. It just did well on its own. I will pay about $3, $4, $5, because if it did well on its own, it's going to do even more if I pay for it. And that's going to help me attract more followers. And that's what helps me grow my page. There's me eating a cookie, guys. Okay, so this one right here, it got 24 shares. So if I came here, let's just say I posted this a few days ago, and I look, oh, cool, that got 24 shares. People like that. I'm going to pay $1 or $2 or $3 to boost it. That's going to bring me more followers to my page. More followers means more eyeballs. More eyeballs means more people I can potentially motivate and inspire and change their life. And a lot of you guys are asking, should I choose a community? Should I choose whatever? It doesn't really matter. I think when I first started, I think I did have it as a community, and then I changed it to coach. Here you say here it says coach, but it honestly doesn't really matter. A community, it can be coach, and I think it was like person, And then under person, it had like different type of people, and there you could choose coach. Does anyone have any questions about this? And I know it's a lot. I've been a coach for 2.5 years. This is not something I learned overnight. It's been a lot of trainings in the business. It's been a lot of books. The one I'm reading right now called Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's all about social media and how to get your stuff more seen, more liked, more shared, and how to throw that right hook, meaning when to make your call to actions. That one's really good. I just started it. Ever since I became a coach, people read the book, read the book. Took me 2.5 years to finally read the book. You're welcome. Again, Google books on how to be, better at social media. YouTube, Google, blah, blah. But you will have to invest time, a lot of time and money sometimes. Great mentors like Jim Rohn, Darren Hardy, Tony Robbins, they always say how, of a percentage of your income, 10% of it should go back to your business. So when I pay money to boost my posts, when I pay money to go to live events, when I pay money for whatever, that's, making an investment back in my business, because if you make investments in your business, that's going to pay you back triple, quadruple. And I know in the beginning, your investment is going to be less. It might be more time investment and a little cash. But you do want to give back into your business, just like if you had this is a real business, but you know what I mean? Like where you had to go every day, you would invest in your business. So treat this just like any other business. I hope that helped. Go on Periscope and listen to Danielle's Periscope today. She talked more about like pages. Oh, that's another thing, really quick. Her and I are kind of very different. She talked about in the Periscope, she doesn't believe in using both your pages. She doesn't believe in using your personal page and your live page. She believes you just using a live page. I believe differently. It's worked for me where I use my personal page and my live page. I will say this, I try to do my best to keep my personal page where I don't post too much about my groups. I will once in a while, but I try not to. But I use both. I use both my pages, and it's worked for me. But just try it out, see what works for you, and you do what works for you. Like, that's the beauty of this business. You can run it a million ways. It doesn't have to be like she runs it, like she runs it, like he runs it. It has to be like you run it, right? Fit for endurance. Woo! Yay! Yes, we'll like. Oh, and that's another thing. Thank you. I'm glad you brought that up, Mila. Something that I do, and I did learn from Danielle, that I do agree on, is to have your name in your title. To, what's that word called? To brand your name. So when I first started my life page, it was called Living That Fit Life. I don't know. And then Danielle did this whole training like a year later on how to just, your page should be branded around your name. I'm like, no. So then I'm like, okay, what do I do? And I switched it to Living Fit with Leticia. Why? Because again, people need to know that you're a real person, that you have a real name, because at the end of the day, you are selling yourself. So when you do think of a page name, do brand yourself. If you follow a lot of successful coaches, their life page is just their name. Like Melanie Mitchell, she has a different name. Brandy Botts, she's Brandy Botts Fitness. Who else? There's a lot of top coaches who their page is just their page. It's just their name. It's not anything fitness. It's not anything. It's just their name. Back and forth, Tara Carr. Yeah, Tara Carr is just Tara Carr. She has another BBC offering, Beachbody Coach offering, to build 50% of her business. Oh yeah. So Cindy's asking that she's been talking back and forth with a friend who wants to be, wants to be a coach. But now this coach has an offering from another top, more successful coach who's offering her more volume, or like what they call those golden opportunities. What I would say, Cindy, is just talk to your friend, present the business opportunities to her. Again, I always feel like it's not our job to convince anyone of anything. Just educate her, just tell her what you would tell anyone else. And at the end of the day, if she goes with that other coach who's promising her this super successful business, then let her go, right? Bless and release. I've had a lot of coaches who do that as well. Like we've been talking and they tell me, oh, I went with so-and-so because they have a bigger organization, because they're top 10, and, my business is going to be more successful. I'm like, okay, fine. That's fine if that's God's plan for them, and that's God's plan for them. I see it as, for whatever reason, this person is not meant to be in my life. It's not meant to be in my business. That's how I would address that. And then also, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally, because it's going to happen. And hopefully this person, if they do go with that other top coach, hopefully they do have success and it goes well for them. And if it doesn't, then maybe they should have gone with you, right? You're welcome. Yeah, Bonnie Engel is just Bonnie Engel. So brand your name in your page name. Okay. I think I had... Yeah, not everyone's supposed to be on your bus. Not everyone is supposed to be with you. And I used to take that really hard, guys. When I was a brand new coach, I've had tons of people, especially now after 2.5 years, who end up going with someone else, or whatever reason is, it happens. And at first I would get so discouraged. I'm like, no, but I invested so much time with this person. She's supposed to be my friend, and we talked for hours and we went back and forth, and I would just get so destroyed. And it would take a while to build myself up. And then the more personal development I read, I realized, hey, this time I'm wasting moping and having a pity party. I could have saved a life. And so first of all, I'm giving this person a power to ruin my day and to just ruin my mood and my day. And then I'm giving them even more power, because I'm taking away from people who do need me. So the way I see it now is like, bless and release. For whatever reason, you're not supposed to be in my life. I need to focus on the next person who is supposed to be in my life, and who I am supposed to add value, and who I am supposed to change their lives, because you're not going to change everyone's life. You're not. Not everyone's going to be on your team. And sometimes some people are your friends and even family members, but don't take it personally, because you'll have a lot more in this business. Okay. All right. Another thing is everyone who earns Success Club, which we already had. Erika Martinez already hit Success Club this month. Woo! And she'll be Elmore on Thursday, and so Nayeli. Anyways, everyone who earns Success Club this month, you get a Sagi bobblehead. Isn't that cool? I have Shanti, I have Shalene, and then Autumn and Tony are in my living room. So this is going to be so nice for my collection. So get that. That's cool. And I already talked about sponsored posts. Posts that are boosted. Does anyone have any questions about this? Oh, yes, Angie, I unmuted you.
Hi, everybody. I'm pretty much I kind of was thinking the same thing about the whole 21 Extreme, and basically jumping on to Hammer and Chisel. I mean, I myself, it took me a couple of kind of days to finally order it, and I didn't even order the whole package, by the way. I'm going to be honest, because it wasn't in my budget. I ordered the basic one. I think it was like the $60 one.
Yeah.
And basically my whole philosophy as I'm planning for next year is that my mindset is continue to promote 21 Extreme, to have challenge groups with 21 Extreme, but build myself to do Hammer and Chisel, like give them videos and snaps of it, just like you've been doing. And then hopefully in January or February, or maybe even leaning towards the spring, when all those challengers are ready to move on to Hammer and Chisel, they'll know what's up next. That's kind of like that's my plan. I don't know if that works for everybody, but I'm thinking along the same line as you are. Keep promoting 21 Extreme and Day Fix, because the people that are coming to me, honestly, are not, I'm having problems with that myself. People are thinking, well, you don't have to lose anything. Like, that's my struggle. I don't have a big I've not lost 100 pounds, guys. But I do have the motivation. I have the discipline and I love to work out, but that's not my story. So I kind of feel like I have to prove myself 10 times more to show people that I can help them and that, there's more to me than just weight, that I offer a whole lot more than that. Motivation, encouragement, nutrition. That's pretty much what I have to sell. I don't have a big story. So to jump in to do hammer and chisel, people are gonna be like, you could do this, you're doing this, you've been doing this. I don't see it. So for me, I'm gonna keep promoting 21 Fix until I can get people on hammer and chisel. So I'm leaning towards maybe like February, March, when people want to say, okay, I want to be beach body ready, if that makes sense. So I just kind of wanted to share that with all of you.
Good, thank you. And yeah, you have to work with what works for your business. But something I will say, Angie, I'm in the same place as you are. I don't have like a big transformation or I have a lot to lose. But I found that, I could still get results. Like I just did Asylum and, I got fairly well results, but now I threw it all away because I was getting ready for hammer and chisel. But anyways, so when I do have a lot of people who reach out to me, they tell me, I don't really, want to lose weight. Like, is this even going to work for me? Because I don't want to lose weight. And that's perfect for me because I'm like, perfect. I don't use it to lose weight anymore either. I use it to tone up and I use it to, so that's can work in your favor when you have people who aren't looking to lose weight, who are just looking to get more tone. You can be the prime example of that, especially if you do hammer and chisel. Because even if you're fit, like Danielle always says, Danielle Fit and Funky, she has that problem. She always says, I can always get more fit. But yeah. Do what works for you. I would recommend that you yourself do the program from day 1 to day 60. Track every single day, post about it, and show your results so they can see how someone who's fit can always get more fit, who can always get more healthy.
And I'm not even fit like. Yeah. I don't, I'm happy with my results. I'm super like psyched about it. But for me, it's people assume that I'm like at my best shape. And yes, right now for 40, I feel like I am at my best shape, but I want to do more. So I totally agree with you. That's going to be, when I bought hammer and chisel, that's actually really for me because I want to this is going to be the only challenge for me in the next couple of months. This is going to be I'm going to kill myself and I'm going to do it because I feel like I need to prove myself too, big time. I think even bigger. And that's going to be, it's like, people's, we're all, some people on our team, I know they have bigger struggles, bigger story, and I love their story. And that's why I cheer them on because I feel like they have a bigger story. You know what I mean? And I know I have a story too, but I have my challenges too. And that's why hammer and chisel for me is going to be a game changer.
Yes. It'll be for everyone. Hey, excuse me. Anyone else have any other questions, comments? Shirley. You are muted, girl. How are you?
Hey, I just I don't know why. Like I posted, I thought there was a challenge group starting on the 14th. I didn't even know that I did 21 Day Fix Extreme, like the whole 21 days. Obviously, I was completely out of it. I missed a lot of days, so I restarted yesterday. But anyway, I did post that I was gonna start a challenge group on the 14th, but I'm thinking about doing a 10-day or a 2-week challenge group, but a free challenge group, like either like planks or I was thinking like burpees because I hate them, but I love them. It's like a love-hate relationship with them. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that and just invite people to come join the challenge, just post videos in a free group, like you said, without an email or anything. And you said we can find recipes and meal plans in the back office and do all that. That's what I want to do for like the next week, while I finish up my 21 Day Fix Extreme and then move on to hammer and chisel. But I'm also scared of that program. I'm very scared.
Don't be scared. Not that bad.
Yeah, because this is 21 Day Fix. I've done like 4 rounds of it, but just because I think it's the mind thing. Like it's only 3 weeks. I don't realize that, I've done more 60 days of it, but I'm like, oh my God, a 60-day program. Like that really freaks me out. I'm really scared.
Yeah, so just mentally think, tell yourself, okay, that's what I do. Like if I'm trying to like be really good with my nutrition, I don't even think the whole 3 weeks. I think I'm gonna get through this week. This week I'm gonna get through this week, and once I get through that week, okay, now I'm gonna get through another week. That helps me mentally because yeah, thinking 60 days, I'm like, oh my god. But if I can think 1 week, all right, now another week, all right, another week. But yeah, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because that's what I should bring it up. Christy, I asked if you guys have any questions or whatever. She posted that she is brainstorming doing like a 12 days of Christmas kind of challenge. So I will not commit to that because I have so many groups to run and everything. But if you guys want to get together and whoever wants to do it, we did this last year as a team. I had a little more time then, where I think we did 10 days of Christmas, and what we did is we split it up. Every day someone had a day. Like my day, I would post a recipe that day, I would post a video that day, and I would post a motivation. Day 2 is Laura's day. Her time to post a video, her time to post a recipe, her time to post whatever. Third day was, you guys get it, every person had a day, and we're on charge of doing a video, a recipe, and a motivation group. So that's something that you guys are interested in. Definitely get together. You guys can start a strand in the group or a messenger strand, but that is a really good idea, Shirley. I know we did that last year. And if not in the back office, those those meal plans, they're actually in our team page. Whoa, what's going on here? If you guys go to Team Living Fit, you guys come to files, they're back here. So there's a few ones. Here's the 5-day detox one. That actually went really well. I guess it's because it was after Thanksgiving. We had a lot of engagement. We had a lot of people in there. You just click on there. It's going to take you to a link. And this is where here's where all the posts are. The meal, this one's actually Anita Myron's, but it's right here. She gives you the grocery list. She even gives you like the post. Here's the pre-date post. You just copy and paste. Because this is from a different coach, you just have to make sure that it's what you want to say. So I do recommend you tweak it, maybe add your own video. But this is a 5-day detox group. And I think calling it that, like people love detox, they love 5-day. So I think that's one of the reasons why they did so well. But there's more back here. And this is where you guys can, get it. This stuff is already provided here. Free challenge group ideas and templates. Just click on here. It's going to take you to an Evernote or whatever. And these are from other coaches. So here's a 21-day squat challenge. Here's a 30-day free push-up challenge. Here's a 7-day clean eating challenge. Here's a 10-day Shakeology challenge. These are stuff that other coaches have put together and have been generous and have offered it, have shared it with everyone else. So make sure that you tweak the post so that it's coming from you. If it's a video of another coach, I would encourage you to recreate that video yourself, or if you don't feel comfortable, but remember, get out of your comfort zone, get making videos and just write it out. There's a cool one right here. It's called Shanti's Free Holiday Challenge. This is a challenge he did last year on his actual social media. And you come in here and there's videos and there's content. So this is something else you can use. Every day he has a little video. It's right here, see? So you would just copy and paste that one into your group. So we do have a lot of things in our back in the file section of our Team Living Fit, guys, that you are welcome to use. Some of it is stuff that I've made, some of the stuff that other coaches have made. Here's a 7-day clean eating group document. And that's what I was saying, the other day. If you feel like you are comfortable with running your own groups, I do encourage you at one point to start running your own groups, especially when you start to build your team, because you're going to invite, now it's going to be your turn to help, right? Help your coaches, invite their coaches, and then you're going to teach them the same thing. After they feel comfortable, they need to become independent, because the quicker you become independent, the more independent you are, the more success you're going to have, because it pushes you into a leadership role. It just pushes you out of your comfort zone. But there's a lot of stuff for you guys here, but that is a good idea. Oops. What are you doing, Shirley? Stop share. Yeah, Laura. Sorry, I'm just reading through. Yeah, Rachel said maybe create an event. That's something else you can do. You don't always have to run everything in a group. You can also create events and run a challenge group in an event. And the cool thing about events, if you make sure you make them public, that every time you post in there, everyone else who's not necessarily in there sees it. So again, more exposure, more eyes on you. It's another good reason to do events. Yeah, I know. We should do a hammer and chisel group for all the coaches. The bad part is that everyone's starting different days. So Laura and I and there's a few other coaches who started. We were supposed to start yesterday, but I'm not starting yesterday. I think I'm starting Monday. That's the only problem with that, is that everyone kind of has their own date that they want to start hammer and chisel. But if you are part, you should, if you guys need to be in that Team Living Fit group, there you can share, you know, I created that group so that, because we have our challenge groups, but sometimes we don't want to vent, or we don't want, not that that's a bitching group, because that's not what I want it to be about, but I just want it to be a more group where we feel more comfortable us talking just to each other, just to us coaches. Like, you know, we want to say today's workout freaking sucked, like I hated it, you know, right? I mean, you're not going to like all the workouts. That's why I created other groups, so we can just have more comfortable talking within each other, versus you're not going to share that kind of thing in your challenge group with your challengers. They're going to be like, what? And I'll be honest with you, I do not like 21 Day Fix Extreme Pilates either. That, no. You're still waiting on your hammer and chisel. I know, I just got mine yesterday. All right, guys, does anyone else have any more questions or comments or anything? Sorry, I know this went a little longer than usual. Oh, nothing else going to tell you guys. December 29th, the last Tuesday of this month, we'll do another live power hour. I know a lot of you really like that one. I'm going to add a little more assignments, and this time I think I'm going to make it Zoom, but we're not really going to be talking. You're still just going to be in the event, but I'm going to have music, and we can have some wine. Or not, if you're not doing hammer and chisel, you can have wine. But we're having that coming up. If you would like the first one, make sure you set that time and date aside so that we can do it again. Yeah, everyone's good. Any more questions, comments, concerns? Nope. Good. Yay! Well, thank you for sacrificing some of your time tonight. Again, this is your first team call. Yay! I'm glad you were on here. They usually don't go this late. I think I had been 2 weeks since I had done a call, though, so I had a lot to say. Do you message in IG? Yes, I do message in IG once in a while. I don't like it, though, because the other day I was looking. I guess because I turned off my notification. That's probably why. I went to my IG and I had all these messages from October. Someone's like, I want to get a 21 Day Fix. What's your link? It was from October. I'm like, oh no. But so I personally don't use it as much as I probably should, because I miss the messages in there. But there is an option to message in IG. And I know there's a lot of coaches who do use it, because you can easily put in your IG, you know, comment interested below, and I will message you. Because used to be for Instagram, they would have to email you, or you would have to email them. Sometimes people don't want to go through all that hassle, so now you can easily direct message on Instagram. I don't use it as much as I probably should, but hey, if you want to try it, give it a try. Woo, Jason's getting a lot of messages on IG. Yay. Awesome. Yeah, I actually have gotten a lot of my coachings from Instagram. Laura came from Instagram. Carrie came from Instagram. Cindy came from Instagram. Cindy Ibarra. I feel like I used to work my Instagram more in the beginning. Now I work more my Facebook. So I don't get as much from Instagram anymore, but I still do get challengers and coaches once in a while. So yeah, that's another platform to learn. But I would say this, focus on one platform first. Get really good at Facebook or get really good at Instagram, and once you are a rock star there and you're an expert, then move on to another platform, because it's hard enough trying to be an expert in one, and then trying to do 2 or 3 at one time. It's too much. It's too much, and you're going to be, what is it? It's like you try to be good at everything, and then you just end up being mediocre. Everything, it's, as opposed to focusing on one thing first. Anyways, thanks so much for getting on, guys. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.